you ever feel dehumanized in today's society? Do you ever feel as though somehow we're losing contact with life? Oh, today everything is in a form of social media. And even though we have thousands and millions of ways to communicate, our communication skills have never been so poor. We see a generation growing up, and the number one emotion they experience is loneliness. And why is that? The reason why people are lonely is because they don't have communication skills. They don't have interpersonal skills. And we can blame social media, the cell phone, and the internet for this. Because if we look at what's going on in society today, what do we see? Everybody's got a cell phone. It's like part of their body. They can't go without it. You go to a restaurant and you see a whole group of family together, and nobody's talking to each other. They're all texting. And the art of communication is lost. We see that kids have 1,000, maybe even 10,000 followers and subscribers to their channels. And yet, they've never met any of them for the most part. So we're living in a society where we think because we're connected in this cyberspace that we have relationships. But you can't get a relationship on a cyberspace. Relationships come down when two people or more get together face to face and talk and share their experiences and talk about their past joys and sorrows, and they share where you can see human emotion, joy on their face, or tears when something is sorrowful. This is human connection. You don't get that with emojis. You don't get that with a smiley face. You only get that when you see that in person. And when you see that emotion, you can relate to it and you can become empathetic with them. And we're losing this skill. We're losing this skill, and as a result of that, we're becoming dehumanized. Everything that's being sent to us is dehumanizing us. Our media, our phone systems, with all their gadgets and all this Xbox and everything else that you can think of that's in this modern technological world, is taking us away from being human. And what is it that these gadgets and distractions are giving us? They're filling us with evil. What are they doing? Drip by drip, day after day, they're indoctrinating us, and they're causing us to accept things we would never previously say was normal. What do we have? We're constantly being bombarded by crime shows, sex shows, people of all kinds morally living in a world of sin. And people watch this. They stream it. They watch it on their movies. They watch it in TV. It's immorality. But because we've had this come to us drip by drip, day after day, day after day, we just accept it. And now what was wrong is right, or at least normal. And how long can we continue to do this before we are totally dehumanized? And that's the work of the devil. That's what the devil wants us to do. Because when we lose our humanity, the person that God made us to be, then he has won. God made us beautiful. No matter what we look like, or no matter what our professions in life are, it doesn't matter. There's only one thing that matters, that God loves me and God loves you. There's no one else. And so no matter what this society or culture wants to throw at you, please never give up the dignity of the person that you are. The person that you are, which is so precious to God. And if you don't believe that, then no wonder you're depressed. No wonder you don't feel connected to anything. Because if you are first and foremost not connected to the God that loves you, what's the purpose of being here? The purpose of being here is to let that God love you and you love him back in return. So don't let it happen that the things around you will take that most precious gift that you have and turn it around and degrade it and demoralize it and dehumanize it. Because God didn't make you as a non-human. He made you as a human, and he loves you as a human.